If you're looking for MT or someone to grind part of the game for you, contact Cliff2_3 on Twitter. He's one of the most trusted and reliable people in the community. You won't regret it. Here we go. So it's been a few weeks, guys. I'm just going to give you a heads up. I'm not back with 2K content. But there's two reasons I'm just dropping a video today. It's a one-off video, and I will be back with some content very soon. I'm just mapping it all out. I just want to make sure it's the best content possible when I bring it back. But there is a couple of reasons I'm doing this video. The first reason is we made YouTube partnered today, which is incredible. I never ever thought it was going to happen. Honestly, I never thought some guy who picked up the game last year randomly that's not very good at the game would go on to get like 1,000 subs, get monetized, and become a YouTube partner. That's a huge achievement, and I owe you guys endlessly for making that happen and making the journey so fun. So the first thing is I just wanted to say thank you. The second reason is I'm having like a crazy amount of success on Unlimited. So if you look at my last video, it's kind of a vlog about how 2K was controlling my life, how the constant grind was kind of ruining my life and kind of almost like an addiction. I got rid of all of that. I stopped grinding the game. I'm no longer grinding for XP or any of that nonsense. I'm just playing a bit of Unlimited for fun, and I'm picking up players to use an Unlimited from the auction house. Basically what I've done is I've turned 2K21 into 2K20. That's what I've done. I've just forgotten all the XP stuff. I've forgotten about all the season stuff. I'm literally just playing 2K21 as if it was 2K20. And it's way more fun. It's way more fun than what I was doing before. There's a sense of achievement all of a sudden. And weirdly, I'm doing way better at Unlimited. Like, way better. So good to the point that I went on a 21-game win streak. I lost 3 in the Diamond tier, which put me in a tough spot. But then we won another 5 to get out of that, and now we're in Pink Diamond tier. Look at my record. My record hasn't looked this good probably since Season 3. And there's reasons for it. There's things I'm doing that are allowing me to get ahead in Unlimited. I want to show you what they are. I thought it'd be a nice touch, because one of the first videos I ever released on this channel, and the thing that really got us momentum, is how an average player goes 12-0. So I thought I'd recreate that video now that we have 1,000 subs and we've been monetized. So let's break it down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the squads, and I see people making mistakes in the squads that they're running. So if you're a super sweat who's got some like misguided like elite mentality about you have to run squad a certain way, or you lose cool points, then this video ain't for you. Turn it off now. If you just want to have more success and have fun on the game, this video is for you. Keep watching. But you can see, as I said, with the XP stuff, we knocked out Luca in a few days. I'm going to be honest, I rented like the expensive players and just got it done because it was the last card I was ever going to grind for. And basically since then, I've just been playing Unlimited, right? And the first point before I get into the teams is because I've just been playing Unlimited. I've been playing an hour and a half here and there. It's done 2 things. The first one is I don't have burnout from the game. So I haven't spent 6 hours a day grinding the game and then jump on for a game of Unlimited, and I'm not doing it just for XP or any of that stuff. I'm literally just going on to Unlimited, like, refreshed. I'm just playing the game because I want to, and I want to have some fun online. And that, I think, has been part of the reason I'm doing better in the game. The other thing is I'm just staying online. Now, with certain servers, especially the EU server, I think, the Pacific server has similar issues as well. There is a monumental difference between playing offline and playing online, and I've always found, and I'm sure you have as well, if you play offline for a bit and then you go back online, your timing's off, and that's because of the lag. The servers for 2K are just garbage. It's very difficult to kind of adjust and then keep adjusting forwards and backwards. And when you're playing like offline and online every single day, you basically can't settle into a rhythm. If you look at some of the best comp players, like, they only play online. Like, they'll get someone else to grind XP for them or stuff like that. Like, they'll just stay online because they want to stay locked into that timing. They want to stay locked into the kind of gameplay, things like that. Now, there's a couple of things before we get into the squads again I want to touch on. The first thing is there is no easy way to win Unlimited games. You need to have a level of skill, but you can have more fun with the game, and that's what it's about. And I think the more fun you're having, the more likely you are to win. You're going to have to play difficult opponents, and the meta has changed in terms of how you're going to go about getting easier matchups and stuff, and I'm going to explain. People are making mistakes. The other thing is this video is about maintaining the fun of Unlimited and maintaining just the competitive edge, the feeling of satisfaction. I know there's some like weird methods out there. I don't fully understand it, but there's like a bronze method where you can go and get certain cards and match up with friends and things like that. I don't know how it works. Skill-based matchmaking is gone. It's a really good thing. It's going to help you win more games. And I think just having some level of competition to me is important. But if you want to go do that, I'm not going to judge you. Go get the card however you want to. But you can see here, AK's been our main player. We've been running players. And I'm going to show you the different squads. But for me, maintaining a level of fun and competition is important. And with the method I'm going to show you, in some cases it might be more difficult. In some cases it'll be less difficult than just running a main squad. But you'll understand when we get there. But really the important thing is just understanding that you've got to maintain a level of fun to keep invested in the game. Like if you're just going to glitch to the point where you're going to go 68-0 and you have no skill, it's not fun for me. It's just not fun for me. Like I said, I'm not an elitist weirdo where I'm just saying you have to run your main squad, but it's important to have some level of fun with it. There's no point just like loading up a game and cancelling out and just collecting wins. This stuff tends to stem for like a fear of losing games. The community can be quite toxic if you have a bad record. It doesn't matter, guys. You can't care about this stuff. If I lose the next 10 games, I really don't care, but this stuff does make you better not caring as much. So, there's certain squads that you'll run into quite regularly. I've done a bit of research with this as well, and I want to start with the kind of common method that I see people using right now, which is this. Okay, it's running like bronzes that can shoot, like a half-decent center, like in terms of size, and then like one good card. You get a 76, 77 overall, and things like that. Now, there was a time where this might have worked. There's a very key reason why this doesn't work, right, this season. If you're looking to literally overall glitch and just get easy wins against new players, which isn't always the best approach, I think, especially if you want to have fun on the game, but if that's what you want to do, this simply doesn't work anymore. Like, it's kind of nonsense. Here's why. If you've been playing the game for like 3 days, you could have this squad, which is a 90 overall. Like, you just for loading into the game, or just doing anything this season, loading into the game this season, you're going to get these cards. You're going to get Ben Simmons, you're going to get Shaq, and then these three are like the first 3 XP rewards, which again, just for playing the game for a few days, with the way the XP is now, even if you weren't trying, you would have these cards. So, if you're running this overall to try and get matched up against new players, it just isn't going to happen. You're just going to run into people doing the same thing, and actually what's more likely is you're going to run into players who are overall glitching with a higher overall. So, this method is not something I've ever tried. But I've seen it out there on the internet. I've seen people talking about it. I've seen videos about it. It just isn't it. It isn't it right now. You're not going to have any success with this. The other sort of common lineup, and I do run into these lineups because of the lineups I'm running right now, is something like this. Someone trying to fix an 85 overall. So here's the thing. At an 85 overall, you can run into a 96, 97 overall. With this team, you can run into the best team in the game. The overall isn't close enough. Like, for some reason at 85, it's like the cap where you're going to play the best teams in the game. So if you're running an 85 overall, hoping to run into 84, 85, 86 overalls, you will, but just as commonly, you're going to run into a squad like this. And if you're not skilled at the game and you're doing it to kind of cheese, you're just going to get blown out. That's what's going to happen. So again, I would avoid this. Then obviously you've got your main squad which you can run. There's no issue with this. If you're trying to go 12-0 with this squad, it's going to be incredibly tough. Even if you're, an elite player at this game, it's incredibly tough. But it is something you could do. Here's the squad that I've been running and the reason I've been running it. So I'm running a 5-man. It's built very specifically. I have an OP point guard in terms of shot and size. I make sure that my shooting guard has a great shot, can curry slide, can play defense. My small forward, I make sure they've got length, they can get in the lanes, and again, they just have to have a money release. I like my Pro 2 on my 3 as well. Larry Johnson's my favourite card in the game, say what you want. I think he's got one of the best jump shots in the game. He plays elite defense, he gets multiple rebounds, highlight reel defensive blocks, he's a great card. And I'm running Christian Wood, which isn't ideal, right? I'm just going to tell you that. If you've got Bill Russell, put him there. Your overall won't change. You'll still be at an 89. I don't have Bill Russell because I don't grind the game anymore. That's simple, right? We got Luka, like I said, it's the last card. We didn't get Bill before that. We're not getting him after that. Bill Russell is a card we just won't have this year. But if I had Bill Russell, I'd run him there. And when a new centre comes out, you can see I've got a lot of MT. I'll replace Christian Wood with a better centre. But the reason I'm running Christian Wood is he's a centre with Ray Allen base. All of these cards have got an amazing jump shot. We've got base 98. We've got Exum on Luka, we've got Trey Burke on T-Mac, we've got Ray Allen on Christian Wood. I don't know what Larry Johnson's jumper is, it's a set shot I think, but it's just one of the nicest jumpers I've ever used in this game. Now, with this lineup, you're more likely to run into like new squads, right? Because it's very close overall. You won't run into teams like this. It won't happen. You will occasionally run into teams like this. And unfortunately, very often you'll run into teams like this. Now, here's the thing. Without skill-based matchmaking, this squad becomes way, way more even. Because stamina literally means nothing. So you're likely to run into players who have a good squad but might not be good at the game. You're likely to run into players who are overall glitching with a way worse team. Like, this team is just never going to beat this team, ever. And if you do run into, like, a main squad, like I said, stamina means nothing. Like, 1 in 4 games I've played on this run, I've run into a 10-man. You know, clearly someone's first team. It just doesn't matter. Unless they've got these cards, like, it's worth putting all your MT into getting 5 amazing cards than it is, you know, 10 average cards, if that's how your MT's working. This is what's done it for me. Like I said, AK, elite defender, speed burst of 6.9, like 6'9". He's base 98. He's just everything you want. And in terms of strategy, all I'm doing is shooting the ball. Because like I said, all 5 players in my team just have an elite jump shot. Elite. Like I said, Larry Johnson is not a jump shot anyone talks about, but it is elite. Ty Debo did a video where he hit 25 threes in a row with Larry Johnson. He went 25 for 25. I've done videos where I've run the board on TTO only shooting with Larry Johnson. He's one, like, for me, the most underrated card in the game. I know I have, like, a attachment with him, but he is that good. He can take over a game and take over a quarter, especially with his shooting. So just a squad like this is what's going to get the job done. I don't worry too much about defense because everyone's just taking shots. If you're playing someone who's rim running, it's very unlikely they're using a 10-man squad anyway. So it's just perfectly balanced. If any of these 5 are open in a 24-second possession, I'm going to shoot the ball. Now, there's videos out there for people who are way better than me at this game. People like RCA the Great. You know, TJ has videos on this. Ty obviously has videos on this. Isaac has videos on this. Go watch those videos if you want to learn how to get open and shoot, whether it's, you know, Pro 2 or quick stopping or whatever. I'm not amazing at any of that stuff, but I'm good enough to know that one of these 5 guys is going to be open on a possession and I'm going to pull the trigger. That's it, guys. That's as complicated as it gets. I've got Dan Tony as my coach. You can replace these players. I'll give you other examples. Ben Simmons for AK. It's not a huge difference. AK's jumper is just ridiculous. Best jumper I've ever seen in this game. For me, he's crucial and he's been dropping like 60 points a game. He's really been the guy on my team. But you can replace him with Ben Simmons. You know, Luca, I mean, you could run T-Back at the 2. This Vince is fine as well, as long as they've got a good jumper. Bailey Howell's a fantastic card as well. Power forward, like I said, if you've got cards like Bill Russell, you can run them there as well. I've got this Horace Grant. If you want to run Danny Ferry, Tony Kukoc, just make sure they've got an elite jump shot. One of the big things is I want to make sure that my 4 can Pro 2. That's a big thing for me. Having these 3 players that can all basically curry slide and get their own shot is huge. AK is my rim running card. I'll hit step backs with him and I'll try and quick step with him and shoot threes, although I'm not great at it. And Christian Wood is just always open at the top of the key if you're running the Hawks freelance. So that's it. This is the squad. This is the best squad to run now. If you've got some level of skill in the game, like if you're not bad at the game, if you're average, you're going to win more games running this 5-man than you will running any of these other setups. 100%. Like if you're trying to run this now, I mean, you're literally just choosing to play someone else who's running probably a better squad. It's just a really, really bad move. If you're running a squad like this, again, with this squad, you're going to run into this squad and then you're really in trouble. I mean, you could be great. You could be great and get away with it. You know, all these players can play. KPJ's got a lovely jumper. Devin Vassell, amazing. Precious about one or 2 of the most underrated cards in the game. But against this squad, you're going to have a rough time. So this is it. Again, there's no impact on stamina. I've found in more than one game that our players have even got stronger in the 4th quarter. This is all based on current gen at the moment. And, you know, it sent me on a run. I'm just going to break down the run it sent me on. Like I said, we were 5-3. That's where we were. Skill-based matchmaking left the game. I stopped grinding. I jumped on Unlimited. We won 21 games in a row. So we went to 26-3. I then lost 3 games, but I'll break down those losses. I lost to one guy that was just better than me, and that's going to happen. The second game, I error coded, so I didn't really lose that game. And the third game, honestly, I just quit after 30 seconds because there was 2 successive possessions where my icons weren't working. And that's the game. And that's really the video in a nutshell. You're going to win more games. You might even go 12-0. I don't know if I'm going to do that. You know, I have gone 12-0 this season. Like I said, 21 wins in a row. But I don't know by the time I get to Galaxy Opal whether I'll actually get a run of 12-0 games. I don't even know if we'll get to Galaxy Opal. But what I know is right now I'm winning more games. And the things that can stop me are great players at the game who are going to stop you whether you run a 75 overall or a 96 overall. If you run into someone better than you, they're going to beat you anyway. And the other thing is the game. Game is trash. It's garbage. The gameplay is really, really bad. So there are games where you're just going to lose and it might not be in your control. I won one game 88 to 87 running this team. And it took a clutch block at the end of the game to get me the win because he was, he basically had the ball with 10 seconds left. It was just the most ridiculous algo game ever. We were out-rebounded by 20 rebounds in that game. We shot a better percentage. We got 12 steals to his 3. Like, we dominated the game in terms of skill gap. But we can't do anything about 20 rebounds. Like, we just can't do anything about that. So there's going to be games, again, that you just lose because the game is rubbish. And best players in the world lose games. But I hope that helps you. If I were you, this is the squad I would run. You're going to get way better matchups. You're going to run into a lot of people doing the same thing. And occasionally you'll run into a squad like this. But it's actually not as much of a problem as you think it is. Because like I said, stamina doesn't do anything. If you're looking to choose the game right now, if you're looking to have fun, keep it competitive, and probably get a few more wins, I would just run a straight 5-man. Any 5 players. Make sure they can all shoot. Make sure, your 2 through 4 can all create their own shot. Make sure your center's got one of the best jumpers in the game. And make sure your point guard is a OP-sized defensive beast with a money jump shot. That's it. That's as complicated as it gets. Again, guys, we got monetized today. I still can't quite believe it. Thank you again. I'm streaming every day on Twitch. Go check it out. The link's in the description. We're streaming other games. I was streaming Streets of Rage yesterday. We're going to be doing some UFC streams, a few different things. I always have some other creators on the streams with me, so stop by if that's something you want to do. We've hit 1,000 subs. I think we're a bit less than 1,000 now. I think we might have lost 1 or 2. Drop a like and drop a sub if you enjoyed this video, you found it helpful. But yeah, we'll be back soon enough with some content. Thank you for all your support, guys. Thank you for getting me here. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys.